Spartacus was a Thracian gladiator who became the leader of a major slave uprising against the Roman Republic, known as the Third Servile War. He lived around 103 to 71 BC and is remembered as one of history's most famous rebels. Most of what we know about him comes from ancient writers like Plutarch and Appian, who wrote more than 100 years after his death. Their accounts, though detailed, were written long after the events and do not include the voices of slaves or people who witnessed the revolt directly. Because of this, many details of his life remain uncertain. Still, all sources agree that Spartacus was a skilled fighter and a strong military leader. He was born in Thrace, possibly among the Mede tribe, in the region that is now southwestern Bulgaria. Before becoming a slave, Spartacus had served as a soldier in the Roman army. Later, he was captured and forced to fight as a gladiator. In 73 BC, he and about 70 other gladiators escaped from a school near the city of Capua. At first, they were only a small group, but they quickly grew in number as thousands of enslaved people and poor workers joined them. Soon, Spartacus led an army of nearly 70,000 men and women. Despite his limited military training, he showed great skill in strategy and organization, defeating several Roman forces sent against him. The rebellion shocked Rome and became one of its biggest internal threats. The Roman Senate eventually sent General Marcus Licinius Crassus to crush the revolt. Spartacus's army tried to escape to Sicily and negotiate peace, but they were surrounded and defeated in 71 BC. Spartacus was believed to have died in the final battle, though his body was never found. As punishment and warning, about 6,000 of his followers were captured and crucified along the Appian Way, the main road leading to Rome. Spartacus's true goals are still debated. Some think he only wanted to free himself and his followers and leave Italy, while others believe he dreamed of ending slavery and changing society. His story has become a lasting symbol of freedom and resistance against oppression. Over time, Spartacus has inspired revolutions, artworks, and political movements. Thinkers such as Karl Marx and Toussaint Louverture saw him as a hero of the oppressed, and writers and filmmakers have continued to tell his story as that of a man who fought bravely for liberty against the power of Rome. According to ancient writers, Spartacus was once a soldier captured by the Roman army and later forced into slavery. He was trained as a gladiator at a school near Capua, owned by Lentulus Batiatus. Spartacus fought as a myrmillo, a type of gladiator who carried a large shield and a short sword. In 73 BC, he and about 70 other gladiators planned an escape from the school. Armed only with kitchen tools at first, they fought their way out, seized wagons full of weapons, and fled into the countryside. They defeated the first Roman troops sent after them and moved to Mount Vesuvius, where they made camp and prepared to defend themselves. Once free, the escaped gladiators chose Spartacus and two other leaders, Crixus and Venemaeus, to guide them. Although Roman historians later portrayed Spartacus as the main commander, the rebels were likely a more equal group. The Roman army underestimated them at first, thinking it was only a local uprising. The first force sent against them, led by Gaius Claudius Glaber, tried to trap the rebels on Mount Vesuvius by blocking the main path. Spartacus surprised the Romans by using vines to climb down the steep side of the volcano and attack their camp from behind, killing most of them. After more victories, the rebel army grew quickly as thousands of slaves, shepherds, and poor farmers joined them, eventually reaching around 70,000 people. Many of these new fighters were strong rural workers who could handle weapons, unlike city slaves who were less prepared for war. Spartacus proved to be an excellent strategist, using creative tactics and local materials to defeat better-trained Roman troops. During the winter of 73 to 72 BC, he and his men trained new recruits and expanded their raids across southern Italy. By spring, they began marching north, planning to leave Italy and return home. The Roman Senate, alarmed by the defeats, sent 2 consuls with large armies to stop them. One Roman force managed to kill Crixus and many of his followers, but Spartacus soon defeated both consular armies. The Senate then gave command to Marcus Licinius Crassus, one of Rome's wealthiest men. He led 8 legions, about 40,000 soldiers, and enforced strict discipline. Crassus's harsh methods restored order among the Romans and helped them win several battles, pushing Spartacus's army further south. By 71 BC, Spartacus and his men were trapped near the southern tip of Italy, close to Rhegium. He tried to arrange for pirates to take him and some followers to Sicily to start a new revolt there, but the pirates betrayed him and took his payment without helping. Surrounded by Crassus's legions, Spartacus was forced to fight. The Romans built walls to cut off the rebels' supplies, and when Pompey's army returned from Spain to join the campaign, the situation became hopeless for Spartacus. In a desperate final effort, Spartacus tried to break through the Roman lines and escape. Some of his forces became scattered, and discipline began to collapse. Realizing there was no escape, Spartacus gathered his army for one last stand. The final battle took place in southern Italy near the river Seil. The rebels fought fiercely, but they were completely defeated. Spartacus is believed to have died in the battle, though his body was never found. After the victory, Crassus captured about 6,000 surviving rebels and ordered them crucified along the Appian Way between Rome and Capua as a warning to others. The revolt was over, but the name of Spartacus would live on as a symbol of courage, freedom, and resistance against oppression. Ancient historians disagreed about Spartacus's true motives. None of his actions clearly show that he wanted to change Roman society or end slavery. Plutarch wrote that Spartacus only wanted to escape north into Gaul and let his followers return to their homes. If that was his goal, it is unclear why, after defeating the Roman armies that blocked his path, he later turned south instead of crossing the Alps. Other writers, like Appian and Florus, claimed that Spartacus planned to march on Rome itself, though Appian later suggested that this might have been just a rumor or a reflection of Roman fear rather than Spartacus's real plan. Some of the rebels may simply have preferred to stay in Italy and continue looting instead of fleeing. Over time, Spartacus became a powerful symbol of resistance and freedom. His name has been used by many revolutionary movements throughout history. Toussaint Louverture, who led the Haitian slave revolt that won independence from France, was often called the Black Spartacus. Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Bavarian Illuminati, used Spartacus as his secret name in letters. In the 20th century, Spartacus became a hero for socialists and communists. Karl Marx admired him deeply, calling him the most magnificent man in all of ancient history, and a true representative of the ancient working class. His courage inspired revolutionary groups like the Spartacus League in Germany, which later helped form the Communist Party. The 1919 Communist uprising in Germany was even named the Spartacist Uprising. Spartacus's name continues to represent rebellion against oppression. A bookstore in Canada is named Spartacus Books, and a village in Ukraine called Spartak also bears his name. His story still stands as a symbol of people fighting for freedom and justice against powerful rulers.